Got the girls today. That is terrific. How's it, Shalva? Okay, guys, I think we're going to start. Okay, let's learn. Let's learn some Torah. I don't know where everybody is, but we're going to start and let's get going. So, I'm going to share my screen with you, and you will see the Mishnah. These Mishnahs are not easy. I'm sure you guys find that. You find that they're not easy. It's not like Pirkei Avot, right? Where you just got to do things. It's much more difficult, but it's okay. Says the Mishnah here. We're in Mishnah number Hey at the top here. Can everybody see it? You with me, Rafi Sandler, Yakira, Shalva? You with me? Oh, Yakira, I got another Yakira. Must be the other Yakira. Same Yakira. Okay. Okay. So we're going to start. So says the Mishnah. The Mishnah says, Beit Shammai Omrim. Beit Shammai said, Ein Mesalkin et Hatrisim beyond Tov. A tris is a shutter. You know, like in the old days, nowadays we have windows and we have curtains. But in the old days, before they had curtains, and the way we do, they had shutters. So a shutter would be like a wooden thing outside the window. You close it to make sure that you don't get in the sun or anything else that you're worried about. Okay.
Don't you have Trisim now in Israel?
Yes, very good. So now Trisim, it's the same thing. It's a shutter. This time it just goes down and it's in a frame. Okay, very good. But in the old days, they didn't have those fancy ones. In the old days, all they had was like shutters. So you would shut the doors in the way that you needed to do. So, hello, Dean. Okay, so what we're going to look at now is Beit Shammai said that you're not allowed to remove the trisim on Yom Tov. Okay, so even if it's not a window, maybe it's a shutter that closes a box, or in the old days. I mean, not even the old days. Like they have. If you go to sometimes to the shopping centers, you see those stalls. Like in the middle of the shopping center, not the shop itself, but in the middle when they sell like little jewelry and things like that. They've all got cupboards. So how they would do it is they would just open the cupboard. But sometimes opening the cupboard, you actually have to take the cupboard off. So let's say there's a guy who's selling vegetables and he needs to open up his shop. Okay. Not that you're going to buy on Shabbos, but you're going to take stuff out of his place or out of his storeroom or whatever it is on Yom Tov because you need the food. So Beit Shammai say you can't take off those shutters because when you take off something which is connected to something else, it's like breaking it, and you're not allowed to destroy things on Yom Tov. And Beit Hillel say no. You can even take it off and you can even put it back on. But normally putting something back on like this is the same as building something. But Beit Hillel say no, it's okay. Why? Because that it's okay to take it off and put it back on, because if you don't do this, then you might not have the food that you wanted to eat. Okay? So that's the one halacha. Beit Shammai Omrim. Ein noitlines ha'eli lekatzev alav basar. Beit Shammai said that you can't take a pestle. A pestle it's a strange word. Let me just put it in here for you guys. The way you spell pestle, it's a funny word, huh? Pestle. Anybody know what a pestle is? Anyone know, guys? That you can't take. Oopsie, sorry. A pestle. Anybody know what a pestle is? I'll just put it in here for you guys. Oops. The way you spell pestle. What is a pestle, guys? Does anybody know? So I'm going to show you what a pestle is. I'm going to show you a picture of a pestle because it's important that you understand what a pestle is to understand what is going on here. So we'll just do this and I'll share my screen with you and you will see what a pestle is. So can you see this is a pestle? A pestle is this, can you all see that? Is this like dish, and this thing that you grind it with is called a mortar. A pestle and a mortar. Now in the old days, right, we don't really use those much unless you grind your own seeds and things like that. We don't really use them much. But in the old days, that's what they used to do. If a person wanted to have like, I don't know, ground seeds, make peanut butter, they put in the pestle and mortar and they grind it up. We don't do that. But the Beit Shammai says that you can take, that you're not allowed to take the pestle, which is that thing, okay, and you're not going to use it to grind things. You're going to use it to cut meat on it. You're not allowed to do that. Why? Because it's muktzah. Why is it muktzah? Because you're not allowed to grind things on Yontif. Okay? So if you can't grind things on Yontif, you can't use the pestle. So therefore, you're not allowed to use it according to Beit Shammai on Yontif. Yes, Yakira Esther. Yakira, you had a question. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Sorry. Try again. I can't hear you. Okay, you just think about it, remember it, and we'll carry on. So that's according to Beit Shammai. Beit Hillel matirin, but Beit Hillel say you can. You know why you can? Because as long as you're using it not for something that is not allowed to be done on Yontif, then you can do it. So it's not muktzah because you can use it on Yontif for something that is allowed. So where else do we find that? So I'll give you an example. Are you allowed to pick up a hammer on Shabbos? I need an answer, guys. Are you allowed to pick up a hammer? Rafi Sandler says no. You're not allowed because it's muktzah, right? It's muktzah. You're not allowed to use a hammer on Shabbos. But if you've got nuts and you want to crack your nuts, right, like these walnuts on the table, you want to crack them, can you use the hammer to crack them? Yes. So there's certain times that you can use things that even though they're muktzah, because you're using them on Shabbos, they're allowed to be used because you're using them for something that's allowed. So that's similar to this case over here. Okay, let's go to the next case. These are hard Mishnayos, guys. Beit Shammai Omrim, another opinion of Beit Shammai. Ein notnin et ha'or lifnei hadorsan, that you're not allowed to put or. What is or? Anybody know what or is?
La.
Oh, that's with an aleph. And you know what or is with an ayin. Or is leather. Leather, an animal skin. So remember, are you allowed to shecht on Yontif? Yes, you are, because you need the food. So let's say you shecht the animal and you take off the skin of the animal because you want the meat. I know it's a bit bloody and glory, but you want the meat. What do you do with the skins? So normally what they would do to the skins is that they would put them in a place where people will trample on it, where people will walk on it. And when they walk on it, it makes sure that the skin doesn't go horrible. Okay? But it says you're not allowed to do that. Why? Because it looks like it's part of the process of preparing the leather for what you need it for. And you're not allowed to pick it up. You're not allowed to deal with it. In other words, once you've taken the skin off the animal, you have to just leave it wherever it is. Right? Unless it's got a little bit of meat on it still. Because if it's got a little bit of meat on it still, then what? You can move it, because really what you're doing is you're moving the meat. But Beit Hillel matirin, and Beit Hillel said, no, it's okay. Right? Why is that? Because the concern is that if you're not going to be able to prepare to do something with the hide on Yontif, no one's going to shecht an animal on Yontif for a beautiful meal on Yontif, because they're worried that they're going to lose money because of the hide. And so therefore, it won't be good for the simcha of Yontif. As therefore, Beit Hillel said, it's not a problem, you can do it. And that's really very much what's going to be happening in BEITZAH, is the idea of the simcha of Yontif. Because Yontif has got special adin of simcha, halacha of simcha, of joy. So if we're going to not be doing things and that's going to take away from our simcha, so then according to Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel, under certain circumstances you can, certain circumstances you can't, but that's what we're learning. Beit Shammai Omrim, then the next opinion of Beit Shammai, Ein Motzin lo et hakatan velo et alulav velo et hasefer Torah l'reshut harabim. Beit Hillel say, you're not allowed to take a katan, is a baby. Guys, please stop messing around with the annotations. Thanks. That you're not allowed to take out a katan. I'm here. Katan or lulav or sefer Torah into the reshut harabim. What is reshut harabim? Reshut is an area. Rabim is a public. So it's a public area. Right? You're not allowed to. Why? Because according to Beit Shammai, listen carefully to this, you're not allowed to carry things on Yom Tov unless you need them for food. So that's a big thing. Why is that a big thing? Because we've always understood and learned, we know that you can carry anything that you need for Yom Tov, but not according to Beit Shammai. Beit Shammai says the only things you're allowed to carry for Yom Tov are the things that you need for food. Beit Hillel matirin, and Beit Hillel says no, it's okay. Why is it okay according to Beit Hillel? Because Beit Hillel say that since the Torah allowed us to carry for food, we can also carry whatever we need, if we need it, on Yom Tov for that Yom Tov. And that's a very important concept called mitoch. I want to write that down. I want you to get this. Mitoch. Mitoch means like since we do something, we can do something else. Since we do something, we can do other things as well. Okay, that's the concept of mitoch, and it's a very important concept. Mitoch, since we can do this, we can also carry for these things. Okay, but it's only certain things. You can't carry for everything. Okay, let's carry on. Should we try and do one more Mishnah, guys? How's that sound? 5 minutes. Can we do it? Let's do it. Says, oh man, sorry. Get rid of this. Okay, clear all drawings. Okay, so says the Mishnah. Sorry guys. Let's keep coming up here. So Beit Shammai Omrim. Beit Shammai say, again, remember Beit Shammai are much stricter, it seems to be, than Beit Hillel. Beit Shammai say, it's a very long Mishnah. I hope we're going to finish it. We're not going to finish this Mishnah, guys. Let's wait. We'll do it tomorrow, please God, because that's a long Mishnah and we're going to need some little bit of background information to understand. So let's leave it for today. Well done. We learned one very long Mishnah. That was 3 opinions of difference between Beit Hillel and Beit Shammai, about the shutters, about cutting up the meat on a pestle, and about 4 things, and about the skin of the animal, and about what you can carry, and the concept of mitoch. Have a beautiful day, guys. God bless you. Always love to see you all.
Goodbye.